This is 100?
This is 100. We did it.
100 episodes of the most mediocre podcast you've ever heard in your life.
Dude, mediocre is too good of an adjective for how good, how bad
long-winded?
this podcast is.
Long-winded, perhaps. Off-topic.
Immature.
Pathetic. No consistency, no theme, no,
Mostly
anything really.
Rambling thoughts of Tim driving a car. I think we absolutely can. We showed how mediocrity can soar if you really put your mind to it.
If you really try, yeah.
That's all you got to do. That's all you really got to do.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Well, welcome to episode 100. We thought about getting the Duhamels last second before. For those of you who don't know who are new to the podcast, the Duhamels were a key feature. The first episode, and then like a few within the first 15.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And they came on a bunch.
I mean, even like returning guests, we could have gotten like Tanner or anyone really. But
literally
then
anyone.
Because we throw this together, usually we're like texting each other two or 3 days before we're going to record. Like,
if that
is this weekend good? Oh well, busy. Like, got dinner planned or whatever. Okay, well we'll just do it the day after, and then the day after comes like, I can actually like do it tomorrow. It's like,
you know what? I don't even really like you that much, so I don't want to do it ever.
I guess the time difference is, I think, the big part of that. That's the issue.
It is a massive killer because again, I had plans shifted. Like I was happy to do it this evening, but then had plans shifted from this morning to this afternoon or this evening, and then just like immediately just like screwed because I planned my stuff in London to be in the morning, and then it just screws this up. I'm like, well, I can't do that other thing any other time, so whatever.
Yeah, it's just how it happens. It's just, I mean, what is it? It's 9:15 where you are now.
It is 9:15. Yeah, we're doing the late one.
So it's like 1:15 in the afternoon for me, which is It's wicked, like on a weekend, figuring those timings out. Because you have dinner last night, for example, and then I'm like, okay, well then I can't really do it when it's my evening because you're asleep. It's 4 a.m. So it's just not gonna work. Get up early for the morning show podcast. Doesn't really lend itself to
up in the morning with Lucas and Tim.
Yeah.
No, not happening.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I was thinking about this the other day where. A lot of people, because we went to the mall today. It's Sunday at the time of recording, and it's the Black Friday weekend in Canada, the United States, whatever. I don't know if that's a thing over in Europe now.
Oh, it is now.
Is it? Okay, so it seems to have like gone international, even though it's based around American Thanksgiving, and Black Friday is like the end of the quarter, so they want to sell a bunch of stuff and meet their quarterly goals for Q4, I guess, or whatever. And
whatever.
Yeah, now it's gone international, I suppose. But I was thinking about this where most people have the same schedule. They're 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, or 8 to 4, or whatever that regular office work schedule is. So everyone piles into these places on Saturday and Sunday. We went to the mall. It's crowded. It's crazy. And I haven't really had too many jobs like that where it's like 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. I've worked a few years where it's like, I've had that regular office schedule, but other than that, I've had sort of shift work or odd hours of working where I've always been able to go to, not always, but most of the time, able to go to a shopping mall at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, which is just the best time to go.
The only time.
There's absolutely no one else there. It is fantastic. You experience a whole other world. Until you go back on the weekends, you realize, oh, this is when everyone else comes, and it's fucking bananas. It's nuts. I was just thinking
what time did you go? I mean, that's also critical as well, because I think there is a peak, there's a pure bliss time on the weekends to go out into the shopping world, and it's probably right when the doors open.
Yeah.
Were you there right when the doors opened?
Yeah, we went because we thought it opened at 10, so we went at like 10:30. I think it was maybe 10:45 when we finally walked in the door. And we walked in, and all the gates for the stores are closed. Like the mall itself is open, the interior was open, but then all the shops hadn't opened yet. They were opening at 11. It's a Sunday. I was like, okay, it makes sense. They're opening at 11, but the mall's filled with people just walking through, waiting for all these places to open. Like because it's this Black Friday weekend. We go past the Lululemon store. There's a lineup for people waiting to go into the Black Friday sale, whatever, because I guess it's a clearance store anyways. It's like an outlet store anyways.
Yeah.
So then they're all lining up for the extra reductions that they've got for the outlet. And then, finally all these places open at 11, but it was like pretty busy already. People waiting to go into these places at 10:45 or whatever it was.
There's I don't know if someone else has seen these. There's a meme or something where it shows like Black Friday in North America, and it's like people like fist fighting over TVs and shit. And then it's like, and when it moved to Europe, it was not exactly the same. And it's like, there's a shot from inside the store where they're like, yeah, it's Black Friday, and the doors open, and one guy's like stood there like,
Hey,
hey. So
just really want to get that Nintendo Switch 2, you know?
Hey, I'll get that. It's just me, though, right? It's just me.
Well, that was like one of the things I wanted to talk about today was, I guess, the overarching topic of enshitification, which we can explain later. But while we're on the Black Friday topic, Sarah and I were talking about this yesterday or the day before, how big manufacturers like LG or Samsung or whoever would specifically in the States, I think, make Black Friday TVs, like TVs that are of a lower quality than their usual stuff, that they would only release on Black Friday.
Oh.
Basically, they'd send them to Best Buy or whatever and say, this is our Black Friday special. It's, $400 where usually it would be $600 or $700 or whatever. And apparently it's been proven that they used to actually just use like worse materials. It's a lower quality TV. And they would always just like push these things out on Black Friday as like a little boost. It used to be Black Friday was actually about saving money and clearing inventory and all that. But then obviously retailers caught on to that. Like, let's have Walmart has their exclusive Black Friday deal. Like, come to us and get this TSC-L TV for $300. It's a 65-inch, whatever the fuck, which has like been specifically manufactured for Black Friday.
Yeah.
To kind of get people in the store. And then once they get the TV, they're like, oh, let's buy some other shit.
Let's buy some other stuff, yeah.
Or even where it's been proven Amazon sometimes will boost the prices of their items like a couple weeks before Black Friday. So when they reduce it back down to what it was even originally, or only 10% off, they can say it's 40% off. Yeah, it's 40% off the inflated price of whatever it was before. But now it's actually only 10% because they've duped us. They've got us, boys.
Oh, they did a good job because, I mean, everybody still does it. On that note, specifically for Amazon, there's a site called Camel, and I don't know if you've
I've used Camel before. It's handy.
A Camel. It's extremely handy, and especially for people who, like, let's say you want something for a while, just find the Amazon link, put it in camel.com, and it will track the price for you and even send you an email when it reaches your desired price, and you can see the whole price history of an item. And honestly, phenomenal website. I was telling our dad about it last week.
Yeah, Camel. I mean, there's been other like I used to notice something similar with PC Part Picker. If you're building a PC or something like that, they're very good at showing you the trend of the price from different major retailers. So you have your Amazon, you have your Best Buy in Canada, you have Memory Express, you have Canada Computers, which used to be NCIX. And then like all these other ones. And it shows you like their price differences between each other and then how the prices progressed over the last year or however long the thing's been available. I always found that was super good. But then Camel's like the only other one that really does it. And they only really do it for Amazon, which is kind of shit. So if you want to like buy something from a Best Buy or a different retailer, there's just no way to check the history of those prices unless you're like got that inside knowledge of scraping the internet, like the Wayback Machine that records snapshots of the internet over the years, where you can log onto a website in 1998 or something stupid. You ever used the Wayback Machine?
I've used it, yeah, but not for that. I don't know what I was doing, but it's a cool piece of tech.
It's good to like go back and see, I guess, how poor web design was back like 20 years ago. You're like, wow, this is atrocious. Like every single website.
You don't even have to go 20 years. You can go like 10, 12 years ago. When we were first building in like social media features into websites and so on. Like it's crazy how well they've done, how they've done a good job over the years to make web design good.
Yeah, because they've had like professions come about that are now dedicated to that kind of thing, like
Yeah.
the ease of use, like UX design, UI design, etc.
Exactly.
However, if you don't even want to use the Wayback Machine, I gotta say you've got to go to a website for. Do you know what pit vipers are?
No.
Okay, pit vipers are these like douche nozzle sunglasses that are kind of like now hilariously ironic. So if you have them, it's like you're kind of self-aware of how douchey they are. And the pit vipers are kind of like a guy who has a mullet, wears his Bass Pro Shops hat backwards, a huge mustache, and pit vipers. And then
Yeah, of course. I know exactly what you're talking about. I hope somebody does.
yeah,
Pit
Pit
Vipers
Vipers
sunglasses.
website. I forget if it's just called Pit Vipers. Let me look it up.
It's pitviper.com.
Pitviper.com. They've intentionally made it look
God,
like a
yeah.
1999 website.
Yes, they have. You're right.
It's got the old school like graphics, and right now their Black Friday is the 69% off sale. They've gone so self-aware on how douchey their fucking glasses are that you kind of want to buy them because they're fucking hilarious.
I kind of do.
They used to be where it was like Pit Vipers like took themselves seriously, and then they realized, oh, people make fun of Pit Vipers because they're so fucking douchey. Let's lean into it and just get like some of the best branding I've seen in a long time. They've even got
good.
baby vipes, so you can get, if your baby needs sunglasses, you can get ones with a strap on them to wear.
They have icons that are way too big. Like the web the design is so intentionally shit.
It's intentionally bad.
Yeah. If you go to Shop by Sport and look at the icons are way too big for the. If you just scroll over to the sunglasses and then hover over Shop by Sport, it's just there's a picture of a guy swinging a baseball bat that's way too big for the actual thing it's in.
Oh yeah,
So good. I'm in pitviper.co.uk.
yeah, and I love how they got like this glassy reflective buttons that are like they were everywhere. They were prevalent everywhere in the 2000s, 1990s.
Yeah.
Those early websites.
So good. So good.
So anyways, everyone's getting Pit Vipers for Christmas.
Anyways,
Just want to support the 69% off sale.
no way they've actually got that. Sick. Nice. Yes, Pit Vipers. Not for me. Well, actually, no. I want a pair of those sunglasses because I want to be a douche. But
If you want to,
That's besides
I
the
think
point.
if you're going to like a costume party, it's good. But then you're spending like $120 for a one-time
yeah,
wear.
bit of a rough joke.
That's why like one thing I would wear them for would be, or I would like get the baby vipes. If I had a kid, I'd get the baby vipes because you just put them on all the time. Kids don't care, and they look hysterical. Like they're so dumb. I love
Baby
them.
vibes.
Just baby vipes. And they've even got like when you look at their photos, they've got the like old Mac like windows around each photo. It just like looks like so dumb. There's even
So
a picture
funny.
of that's called the man Steve wearing, it's like Steve Jobs wearing baby vipes.
Great website. How did you find this? Oh my God. So you know how there's like a contact us email address at the bottom? If you scroll down, it says like join us. And then next to it is a text box that has the preview of an email that says your mom at hotmail.com.
Hotmail. Yeah, so I think for a while they were like not really self-aware, and then they're like, we need to lean into this. They've got the glamour shots, like the old family photos people used to get in like the 80s and 90s, where you had this like cross fading between them. Everyone's wearing turtlenecks and got big blown out hair. I don't know, it's crazy, man. I love it.
Well. They've done well.
It's so dumb. I found it because I used to work with a guy who unironically was like had the mullet, had the mustache, wore like backwards bucket hats or whatever they're called. Not bucket hats, those are Bass Pro hats. And he wore them. He's like, gotta get yourself a pair of Pit Vipers. Like he was kind of leaning into the whole persona. I was like, I kind of admire it. And then went to the website and found it. It's just so dumb, but I love it so much.
The world's only baseball sunglasses.
Yeah.
They're doing well. Oh, cool. Another one that does well with that is dbrand. Dbrand is good for
Oh, these are like phone cases and stuff, right?
Yeah, they do a ton of tech protection and like reskins and stuff like that. And their advertising is all like as if they're only robots that work there. There's only humans. There's no humans. So all of their stuff is that. It's very, very good. I really appreciate their level of effort as well. I can't say they're as good as the Pit Vipers, but.
Oh, I just went to their website and looked, and they've got this iPhone 17 thing on the homepage, and it says there's a button there that says "Sorry, Tim," and my heart skipped. I was like, "How does it know my name?" And I think it's referring to Tim Cook, the Apple CEO. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" My heart just like sprung out of my chest, thinking like this robot is real. It knows who I am. Lucas was just saying this place is run by robots. It knows everything about me. It's coming after me.
For clarity, it says "Sorry, Tim" for me as well.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Tim Cook, CEO of Apple.
Yeah. Totally. Oh, funny.
Okay.
All right. Well, besides
contact D-Brand and Pit Vipers to try and sponsor this podcast. Finally, at episode 100, see if we
finally get some sponsors.
We're just singing their praises, literally going through their website on the podcast.
Just slobbing their knobs a bit more. What else we got going on? What's been going on in your life, Tim?
Not too much. It's been pretty quiet. I fixed a car window the other day. Sarah's car, the driver's side window just would not move. Turns out the glass had come loose from its track and a screw had come out. So Dad and I unwrapped the door, basically took the inner lining off, took everything apart, tried to fix it, and actually we fixed it. So saved, I think, a lot of money because literally one screw came loose, and it would have been probably $300, I guess, like somewhere to fix it. I don't know. So if anyone's ever wondering, like, oh, I need to take my car to the mechanic for something small, there's always a guy on YouTube. We found a video. It was 6 minutes long on YouTube of this guy who's like, all it is this screw comes loose. It falls inside the door. You got to get a magnet, pull it out, replace the screw. It was a little more than that. We had to do a little more work than that in the end because the glass had come like out of the track that it's supposed to follow up when you close the window. But before you take your car to the mechanic, go on YouTube. Just find this tutorial. There's always people on YouTube for everything, it seems.
And that's ladies and gentlemen, is how you get to 100 episodes of a podcast. Stories like that.
Yeah, let me tell you, that's hard-hitting shit right there. That's relatable. It's frugal. It's the third thing.
And it is solving the Israel and Palestine conflict.
Yeah, it's the Israel-Palestine. Let me tell you about the settler crisis in the West Bank, everybody.
Of course,
the settlers are forcing out these people. Yeah, we should probably not do this. The algorithm is going to bomb us into oblivion. Not that it's really helping us out at all.
But, no, we're talking about car windows here.
Yeah, we're talking about car windows and just a hard pivot to the West Bank. Oh boy. Yeah, other than that, it's been pretty chill. Pretty quiet. Not a lot jiving right now. Just kind of plugging away. What about on your end of the world?
You're not passing the buck that quickly. You flew planes over water.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I guess since the last time we spoke, I went to Victoria, British Columbia for a month, the month of October, and I was doing training on seaplanes. So went over there and October 1st, basically, or I guess it was.
Did you say Oktoberfest?
Oktoberfest. It was during Oktoberfest, but I was not going to anywhere for that reason. I went over and then was staying in Victoria for a month and flying these seaplanes, so learning how to fly seaplanes, got my rating, and did a little bit of extra training. However, the weather kind of started to turn pretty bad towards the end of October, so we had a lot of cancellations and had to shorten flights to the point where I didn't get all the way. I wanted to do 50 flight hours to kind of get myself ready to apply for work next summer, but I only got like 38. So spoke to the guy. He's like, I'm like pretty quiet in this, like November, December. Usually just kind of text me when you see a stretch of good weather, and you can come over and finish. But the weather's been so bad. It's been rainy and cloudy and gross. And then today it's like beautiful sunshine, but then it goes back to like downpour tomorrow. And then Tuesday, Wednesday this week was looking good over there. And I texted him. I was like, "Hey, are you free like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Because I kind of don't want to go for too short of a time because you got paid to take the ferry, you got to find accommodation, obviously
Yeah.
got to pay the guy for the training. So it ends up being like a 2 or 3 day trip that costs $2,000, something stupid. So I was like, man, if I can get 3 days in a row, that'd be better. But Thursday looks shitty, and he's like, also, I'm not available Thursday. I'm like,
Yeah.
so I had to cancel on that this week. But I'm going to try and go back sometime in December, maybe in January if he's there. He said he's going skiing for a couple of weeks, but yeah, I'll try and go make my way back there. Victoria's nice though. I used to always to kind of shit on Victoria, mainly because I was going only for work. And I was, I was going for like, you go for the day, but you're not really there for yourself. You're kind of there to complete your tasks, your work tasks and whatever. And you're going to the same places and you're in the middle of the city. I found everything outside the center of Victoria to be quite nice. Like if you spend only your time in the center of Victoria, in downtown Victoria, the inner harbor, it's too touristy. It's like there's not a lot going on.
Yeah.
At least for a local, I would say, maybe unless you're going to like a pub or whatever. But even then, Sarah came to visit one weekend and we went to a pub in the inner harbor and it was one of the worst hospitality experiences in my life. Just because it was like, you could just tell the staff did not give a fuck about anything. Which, like, no, nothing against them. Like, it's a tough job and whatever. And like,
Yeah, of course.
But, like, to the point where it's like, you can even pretend that you're, having a good
Give
time.
us a half-baked effort.
A little half-baked effort, But in general, like, I got a chance to, like, see a lot more of, like, southern Vancouver Island that I hadn't seen. Like, usually you go over to Victoria, you go into the city, you do the same stuff over and over again. Whereas if you're there for a month, you kind of branch out. You go to different places. You go explore a little further, which was nice. It was really nice. I like that part of it. It's just when you're there for training, you do 2 hours a day of flight training, and then you forget, like, oh, if I don't have any other responsibilities like laundry or anything, I was staying with a couple who was cooking all my meals, and you've got like 10 to 12 hours a day just to kill, just to do, which sounds fantastic. But then
until you've done it for the 6th day in a row.
Yeah, you do it for 6 days in a row. And you're like, most things take up maybe 4 or 5 hours of your time. And then you're like, oh, now what? I went for a hike once. I went to I think it's called Gold Stream Provincial Park. And I did this an hour and a half or 2 hours hiking. The drive out there was like an hour. Drive back was an hour. In the end, it was like a 4 hour excursion, and the sun was still up, and I'm like, oh, okay, now what? Guys, and I was like, don't have to rush home to make meals, I don't have to do anything. That was a weird time.
Enjoyable though.
Overall good. Sorry.
Enjoyable though.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. I did like it. Yeah. And I got lucky with the weather in the first half. The first half of October was really, really nice. Like quite a lot of sunshine. Not a lot of rain. Then it got really rainy and foggy and misty at the end, which kind of meant, we were canceling a lot of the flights, which then even when, we have absolutely nothing to do and you're just there in a strange town, not really for vacation,
chilling.
but not really for work. You're just hanging out.
Yeah.
That was interesting, especially when you're like I was just renting a room from this couple. And on the weekends when they're not at work, it's just like you're just in the house with them. And they're nice people, but it's like, man, I gotta go do something. Like I gotta go out and explore something or do something, because there's only so much you can talk about. You kind of run out of stuff to talk about after a while. So that was fun. That was a good, educational, fun little time. It's kind of like, it was weird though, because Sarah and I just got married. Like I think maybe we talked about it on the last podcast. We had just got married, and then I'm like, okay, bye. Like 2 weeks after the honeymoon, I'm just leaving for a month. That was kind of wild. But we got through it.
Really test the marriage. Just really
test the marriage right at the beginning.
It's gonna go.
Yeah. What about you in October? What was happening? Did you guys do Halloween over in London, or did you just skip that completely?
We did. Did I send you a picture of what I dressed up as?
Oh, you dressed up as the Joker. I remember now.
I did.
That was a solid costume as well. Commitment
to the bit. Yeah, it was funny. So friends of ours sent us an invite like at the beginning of October. Hey, we're having a Halloween party. You have to dress up. There was no, you can't dress up. You have to dress up. And I preferably make it scary. And I was like, I've got an idea. I want to
Yeah.
be the Joker from The Dark Knight, where he's dressed up like a nurse.
Yeah.
So that's what I went as, but I was like, that's immediately in my head what I was going as. And then Jenna, like a couple of days later, goes, "So, what are we doing for this Halloween party?"
Oh no, like a couples thing.
Yeah, and I was like, "Well, I'm going as the Joker from The Dark Knight when he's in the nurse costume."
Yeah.
What? What? You don't want to do something together? I was like, "We've been together for 7 and a bit years now. We've never gone to a Halloween thing, and we've never done a
Never.
couple's costume."
Oh yeah.
And so she was like, "Oh, well, I just, I thought it would be nice if we did something." I was like, "I'm going as the Joker from The Dark Knight when he's wearing the nurse outfit. Like, it would be nice for me. We're locked in." She was mostly okay with it, I think.
Mostly okay with it.
I think.
Gotcha.
Haven't asked her. I'm not bringing that up again. I'm not signing my own. No, I'm joking.
Signing a death warrant.
So no, we had a very good. It was good. I did because we were in Vancouver for the majority of September. I took a break from any alcohol I did sober October.
Wow.
What an absolute pleasure. I can see
Oh, I was
why
gonna
Gen
say.
Z is not drinking. It's
Oh,
like,
really?
it's so nice. Like, it's just like you
Okay.
wake up, you don't have, even if I have, I mean, it's showcasing a little bit of my age, but the waking up with, after having like even 2 beers, I mean, 2 beers, I'll wake up and I'm like, I don't feel like, you just feel meh.
Yeah.
You just feel like, meh, could be not like this.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's been interesting. I did that for the whole month. It was good. But now I'm fully back in the sauce. I'm drunk all day.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm drunk right
and,
now.
I'm drunk right now. But yeah, that was sober October. So I didn't do a whole lot. Jenna was all over the map. She went to South Africa for a week. She was there for the G20.
Oh man.
She just this morning flew to Senegal. So she's presenting at a
Back to
conference in
Africa.
Senegal. Back to Africa. She goes to Washington, D.C. Oh, shit, I'm getting this wrong. I can't remember. She goes to Washington, D.C. and Montreal at the end of the week. So she's
At
here.
some
She comes
point.
back. Yeah, she comes back to London for 1 day, for I think 26 hours or something. And then
Wow.
flies to D.C. and Montreal. So she's having a really busy period, but your boy is just chilling.
That's nice.
Boy is just chilling.
That's good.
Yeah. So no,
Always on the
it's,
move, man. TikTok making her work. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but like
yeah, it's fun.
making her work. Yeah, TikTok making her slave away, man. Making her fly all over the place. For
Those
stuff.
dances, no, they're not going to do
Yeah,
themselves.
she's dancing on 3 continents. That's crazy.
Yeah. So no, I was good. Yeah, but I don't have much update. The only thing I had to talk about from this podcast was a note I got from Dad, and I'm going to read the exact note I wrote down.
Oh, the wording is important. Yeah.
The wording is extremely important. So give me a quick pause while I open my phone here. Podcast notes from Dad. Next time you speak to Tim, talk about the tree.
Oh, is that it?
That's the note.
That's it. Oh, okay. Oh, you'll like this actually. Okay, so do you know
Let's hear
anything
it.
about the tree?
I do, but people who don't.
Okay, so yeah, there is in the city we live in, they do a tree program where, sign up and you get a free tree. They want people to plant trees to improve the environment and get that clean air, basically. Get that clean air in your lungs, folks. So I had signed up actually, just thinking like, oh, I won't get one. But yeah, they responded saying, yeah, you've got one. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess now is a good time to ask Dad for permission to plant it in his back garden. So I called him. I'm like, hey, Dad, couple things. How are you, first of all? Second of all, I ordered a tree to be delivered to your house. It's coming next week. Can we plant it in the backyard?
Okay, thanks.
So-
Bye. See you next week.
Yeah, thanks, bye. And then this was around the same time I was getting ready to go to Victoria for the entire month of October. So they kind of do it at the end of summer. They're like, oh, we're going to give away these free trees. Again, I didn't think I'd get it. They said, yeah, you've got it. And Dad was saying about how his neighbor during this past summer had cut down a tree that usually gives him a little bit of shade in his backyard area. So I thought, okay, well, maybe we can plant a tree and replace it, essentially give him a nice natural umbrella for the summertime. And yeah, it arrives. It's coming with like a big, not a big book, but pretty thick actually, with like care instructions for the tree,
cool.
the specific tree, and how to
And the
plant it.
irony in printing out a big care book
I
to
know.
look after a tree is
Yeah.
quite good. But yeah, continue.
It was nice paper too. It was like a it was like a nice quality
Of course
book
it was. Of
produced
course
by
it was.
the United States Department of Agriculture or something. So it was like official, and it was specifically for this type. It was a type of Japanese maple tree, which was nice because he's got one in the front, so it kind of matches, I guess, the theme a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then we go to. I was coming back to Vancouver a couple days in October because they were doing maintenance on the plane I was training in. So I thought, oh, I'll come back. I'll be out of commission for 3 days. I won't be flying for 3 days. I'll just come back to Vancouver. And the tree had arrived literally a couple days before that. So I said, okay, I'll come over and we'll plant this thing. And the ground, we live in Delta, which is named after a river delta. It's like clay. The ground is soft and well, like not really soggy, but yeah, clay is like this kind of weird texture, so when you dig into it, it's kind of tough to. It's not like typical soil, typical dirt. It's kind of weird to move around, and yeah, it went well. I don't know where I was going with that. It went well. Like, we planted it pretty quick.
There's a tree there now.
We filled it in, and we put like I also like, it's like put cedar mulch on it, so it holds the moisture in, so the roots grow and get stronger. And I was like, okay, gotcha. So I go to Canadian Tire to get cedar mulch. I'm in the garden section, which is inside the shop. I'm like, okay, it's got to be in the garden section. It's an outdoor thing. I'm going around. I can't find it. Like, where the fuck is this shit? Go ask this guy who works there. Like, hey man, do you know where the cedar mulch is? And he's like, oh, if it's not out front, then it's nowhere. I'm like, out front? So I go out to the front. And there's pallets that I just did not see as I walked into the store.
Full skip.
Pallets
I don't
piled
think it does.
high. Yeah, with cedar mulch. So much cedar mulch. And they just leave it on the street. Like, I could have literally just driven my car up, literally loaded an entire pallet into my car and driven away. And I doubt they would have noticed.
Yeah.
Which I think for Lucas and I, coming from South Africa, that feels like a wild thing to do. Just leave stuff out on the street, just hanging out in the open. Just
because it's too big to get inside, so they're like, well, we'll just leave it there.
Yeah, just leave it on the street.
People will come and get it when they need
It's
it.
like $4 a bag, so not that bad.
Wow.
Yeah, anyways, that's the story of the tree. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty healthy. It's winter now, or almost winter, so there's not going to be much to it. But hopefully in the spring, it'll spring, and it'll get sprung. I don't know what.
And then
Whatever.
you get sprung.
Yeah, so the tree is doing well for anyone who is concerned. And I think we succeeded in planting it to the point where it's not going to fall over. I think the roots are taking pretty well.
How have you been testing it? Just like going up and punching it once in a while, or what?
Well, just kind of like you twist the blinds, they rotate open. Oh yeah, it's still there. Close the blinds.
It's true, actually. I think
Yeah, it's still standing. It's still
It's
good.
still there.
I mean, it's been pretty windy. There's been a couple of really windy days, so I suppose that's a good test. And it's still standing after
Blustery.
those wind storms. So that's fine. That's good. Anything else on that list? Dad didn't send you
That
any
was
other
it.
messages.
That was the
Oh.
only thing.
Okay, well, we can circle back to enshitification. I had Lucas. You can you do a good definition of enshitification? Because I don't know if I can.
It is a phrase that was coined by a journalist who was studying how all tech products basically get worse over time as they try to monetize themselves. So the idea of enshitification is something would start as like free and really good, using the example of like Gmail or something. I mean, Gmail is still free, so that's a bad example, but like the Google Suite as something that's really good. But then over time, in order for that company to make money, they need to enshitify it, is the phrase he came up with, was basically how things get worse. Tech products get worse over time as businesses try to extract more money out of them. And as a result, by extracting more money out of them, they make them worse.
Yeah.
But people still buy them. So it's this like constant cycle of enshitification. I think that's
pretty comprehensive. That's a good summary of it. I have noticed it in many things that I've tried to buy or thought about buying, or even like nowadays, you go to the grocery store and there's this idea of shrinkflation. There is where it's like, yeah, it's the same price, but they've reduced the amount of product that's in the bag, for example. Like you're going to buy a bag of rice. It's not a kilo of rice anymore. It's actually 800 grams, and it costs the same price. Although if you're buying a kilo of rice, brother, that's a lot of rice, dude.
That's a lot of rice.
So, yeah, it's the same as that like Black Friday thing where they're specifically manufacturing TVs that are shittier quality just so they can sell them cheaper to get people in the store. There's always this idea that, you know, the number needs to keep going up, the profit line needs to keep climbing, or I don't
That's
know,
true.
man. It's like,
That's why, I mean, I'm sure we moaned about this last time a little bit, was around the idea of like AI getting shoved into literally everything. And it's not good for everything, right? It is not good for everything. It's annoying in some places, actually. It is good. It has its purposes. Don't get me wrong. But it being shoved down your throat into every conceivable way is just, and now I was reading something this morning that OpenAI, who's the main proponents of the company behind ChatGPT, some documents were leaked about how they're planning to advertise on the ChatGPT platform, which is the exact definition of enshitification. Something that is very, very good at the moment, which is ChatGPT and the ability to chat. Well, I mean, there's fucking tons of problems with ChatGPT, I'm not saying, but as a product, something that's come out, it is quite revolutionary and changing the world, but it is reaching the limits of what it can do and what it can do to generate them income from private equity. And now private equity,
the Muffin Man.
It's the Muffin Man. Well, she's married to the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. That's my notification for emails. Anyway, so I got a new email. Where was I talking about? Oh yeah, they're going to start shoving advertising in ChatGPT now, which will just enshittify it.
Is it going to be in, say you give ChatGPT a prompt and it starts to generate something for you, is the ad going to be within whatever you generate, or is it going to pop up with like a
That's
a
unclear.
window?
So they were leaked documents, so it's unclear, but they're definitely, it's been discussed because that company hemorrhages money at the moment.
Yeah. 'Cause
Hemorrhages money.
It's going nowhere, and it really offers nothing of value. I mean, it does in a way, but like you can't like sell it. It's not a product that you can sell.
So that's what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to valuize it. That's not a word.
Yeah.
And shitify it.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with like, you look at, they need all these server farms and whatever to power this AI processing because it takes a lot of processing power. But then it also needs all these chips and cards that are made by like NVIDIA, for example. Now, NVIDIA's worth $5 trillion or something stupid. Nothing's worth $5 trillion. I know that like money is made up and it only has value because we give it value, but that's crazy, guys. Like the US like national debt is $5 trillion because it's a country of 340 million people. Like, okay, but like you're just a tech company. Like, I don't understand, dude. Anyways.
Well, that's why there's a bubble, and you heard it here first. Well, you didn't hear it here first. I mean, tons of people talking about the AI bubble and what it means. So, yeah, it's enshitification.
I even updated my phone the other day, and it said, because it went to a new operating system. I have a Samsung, so it has their own operating system on top of Android, and it updated. And then I had the button on the side, the action button, whatever it's called, to, I hold it down and it comes up with the power off menu, the restart menu, whatever it is.
Yeah.
By default, it's the AI menu. It opens up whatever like Samsung has Bixby, which is the dumbest shit ever. But and then it's like, do you want to add Gemini to your button? I'm like, leave me alone. Like, just stop shoving it down my throat. If I want to use it, I'll use it. I don't want to use it. Just step back.
Safe to say we're not getting sponsored by Samsung now.
Yeah, honestly though, Samsung pretty cool, but also has like this stranglehold on the South Korean economy. And let's get into geopolitics, everybody.
Actually, we quickly skipped over Israel and Palestine. Let's drive a truck right through South Korea's
Let's
economy.
go to South Korea now. They have a birth rate crisis, guys.
I was going to say an aging population problem.
An aging population. They have the lowest birth rate in their history.
Aging.
Aging,
they
yes,
are
to
Asian.
be clear.
I think there's a joke in there somehow, but
there
yes,
is,
to be
for
clear.
Sure. Did you know, like, after the Korean War, they had, like, the lowest GDP of any... I don't know if it was a developed country. I'm an amateur who knows nothing, so don't take anything I say as like...
Agree.
As like
Agree.
has value. But then, like, they keep bouncing back to, like, one of the highest GDPs in the world because of this, like, work culture, which is quite similar to Japan, where it's, like, this honor-bound work culture where it's, like, work. But yeah, it's leading to their lower birth rate now. And...
because people are lonely and they're not finding mates and they're
they're just burning themselves out, and they're kind of like, and on the international stage, people only focus on things like K-pop and like Samsung products. Not to narrow down Korea's exports to those two things, but as an example.
I think that's pretty much it.
Like, I don't know. Again, we're not experts. We're just two guys literally yelling at our computer screens right now.
In two different parts of the world.
In two very white parts of the world. Like,
sure.
Just to be clear, the whitest parts of the world.
To be clear.
Although Vancouver is a very diverse city, guys.
So is London, Tim.
Okay,
But if I look
true,
outside, there's a white guy.
There's one white guy.
There's a white guy. Okay, we're pretty diverse most of the time.
There's a lot of white people. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that, but I think it's like this like perpetuation of like the stock price must keep going up. We must keep like, no one's ever just satisfied just to kind of be where they are, to just kind of be, okay, things are good now. Let's just hang out. You know, people are just like, they need more, and they need, like, for some reason, there is also this like societal thing with generations where it's like, they're like, oh, if I suffered, I went to this seminar. I did this underwater egress training. That's an interesting thing I could talk about.
Okay.
So, like, for pilots, if you fly seaplanes or if you fly helicopters over water or anything like that, they want you to do egress training. Basically, if your aircraft hits the water, you need to know how to get out of the plane underwater. So this training is, they
Also
put you in this
scary.
device which rotates 180 degrees upside down. And then you're strapped into your seat. You have to disconnect your headset. You have to find the reference point. You have to unlock the door, release your seatbelt, and swim out upside down. So that was pretty fun. I did that a lot. I did like 7 times. Got a bunch of water in my ear. I think I might have another ear infection, but that's cool. Like,
Beside the point.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with this, actually. Oh my gosh, I'm so...
aging population, Samsung.
Oh yes. Okay, so we're having this class. 3 of the guys are quite experienced pilots, and you have to redo this training every 3 years to get recertified. So they're doing their renewals, and so every 3 years get dunked, basically. And
Is that what they call it? Getting dunked?
Getting dunked, yeah. So they were talking about their experience as younger pilots coming up. A few of these guys, I think they're in their 40s and 50s. One guy may have been in his 60s. He was the chief pilot for this helicopter company in Kelowna. And they were talking about, back in the day, because me and the other 2 people in the class were younger. We're like all new we're new pilots, and like half of us are new, half of them are very experienced. The new ones of us, we were complaining about how like there's the flight schools promised, when you get to 1,500 hours, you'll get a job and you'll fly for Air Canada or whatever. And I was saying like, a lot of the instructors at my school are at that milestone, but they're not getting jobs because they're just like, their hiring comes in waves. Like, they need you now, but right now they don't need a lot of people. So they were saying, back in our day, you had to work 3,000 hours to get a job and shit like that. I'm like, this I think you can apply. I'm going to broadly apply this sentiment to every industry on Earth and every person's experience on Earth, which is a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyways. People are like, you have to suffer and pay your dues like I did. To a point, I can agree with that sentiment. I can agree. However, as I think humanity and society progresses, life should get easier. Like, should I be washing my clothes on a one of those boards like my great grandparents used to do, like literally.
It's called a
churning-
washboard.
Yeah, washboard. That's what it's called. I'm so modern that I don't even know what it's called. I was like, should I be doing that, or should I just throw it in this nice machine that someone invented to make my life a little bit easier? Should I be out there churning my own fucking butter? Should I be out there hunting a deer and then cutting the meat off? Some people do that, obviously, but like I don't want to do that, dude, because I like the life, like life's conveniences. But people are now filling up that free time that was created by these inventions with more work, like in an office. Like, even though computers have made our lives so much more productive and so much easier, they're like, you still need to work the same amount of time every day. So it means we're producing more work, we're being more productive than we've ever been, and yet we're still being asked for more. So that fucking stock price can keep going up. It's the same with like these entrance requirements. They're like, oh, you need a bachelor's degree just to apply for this internship where you're going to be unpaid. And I'm like, I'm sorry. The guy who's hiring for this job literally like kicked the door in when he was 19, said, here's my resume, got a job, and now he's the fucking CEO. And I've got to get a bachelor's degree to work for you for free? Like, what is going on here? Personal rant over. I'm going to step back from the soapbox for a second and just calm down.
And while Tim does that, I will fill in some gaps there. I mean, yes, absolutely, you're right.
Devil's
things were
advocate
created to make your. The devil doesn't need a fucking advocate. I'm sure he's got it.
Yeah, dude.
And things like the washboard were replaced because somebody potentially thought, I can probably make a product that people will pay lots of money for. Wink, wink.
True.
In order to make their lives a little bit better. And that's why that graph needs to be keep going up and to the left, because people need to be incentivized to invest and invent. But what we've created is a society where the stock market determines the value of a company, but it necessarily isn't what, like to your point, to come back to NVIDIA. Is NVIDIA worth $5 trillion to us as a society? I don't think so. No. Is a company like Pfizer, who makes vaccines so that we don't get COVID-19, are they worth $5 trillion? Maybe, but because they're valued differently from a NVIDIA because they're essentially it's whatever we attribute that value to, right? So the idea of somebody churning butter and then saying, actually, I could build a machine to do this better, was the reason for the creation of capitalism and becoming better as a society. However, where we're at, exactly to your point, where I'm going to marry our two ideas together.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Is that we need both. We can't keep going up and to the left because we're just going to run ourselves and the planet, more specifically, into the ground. And but we do need a little bit of capitalism to keep us inventing and changing and becoming better.
Yeah. I think a healthy balance is absolutely needed because, speculative value, I think it's called, value, is just not really, it's not sustainable. And I think a lot of people know that, but they just look at the short term, like how many millions can I make right now or within the next little bit, where, companies will buy up other companies and then just dissolve them just to sell them off and get a little bit of money right now.
Just for the parts. 100%.
Yeah, exactly. Like just this week, there was a big thing where the federal government in Canada had signed an agreement with the province of Alberta to build another pipeline to the Pacific coast to ship oil overseas to sell more of the natural resources Canada has, which is like, great, it's going to create blue collar jobs and stuff. But there's a lot of resistance from Indigenous groups and the government of British Columbia for the environmental impacts. Like the pipeline's not going through Alberta, it's going through BC. So if it spills in BC, BC's on the hook to clean it up. And it's all because, this and this and that. But I was thinking, like, you look at, for example, Norway has nationalized all of their oil production, which basically that's money that just goes straight back into the government to create services. Like they have some of the best parental leave in the world. They have some of the best services in the world. I mean, it's still stupid expensive to live there for some reason. I don't understand why. But like Oslo is one of the most expensive cities in the world. But like things like that,
will have to figure that out for us.
Yeah, if you don't have like that nationalized public sector ownership or whatever, the regulations just got to be better. Like, but the thing is, like, the people who write the regulations are trying to, like, I guess, line up a job in these industries after they're done being public representatives.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of well, it's lobbying, right? Like that's the whole purpose of lobbying is paying for your idea to be pushed through government. And we all know that money talks. People don't talk. Money
does
talks.
talk. Yeah.
So and the Norway example, they're fully nationalized and from an oil perspective and a natural resources perspective, but they're a tiny physical country compared with Canada. So Canada, I think I don't know when it happened, but I think they split up the rights to the provinces because it was too much to manage as a federal. So that's kind of like a trade-off. Like you had to have this idea, this ability to give Canada get a return on investment. You had to give up a bit of control, otherwise you weren't going to be able to manage it. The pipeline one's an interesting one because because the government's going to build that pipeline. Yeah, and private companies are going to lease time on that pipeline.
Yeah,
but they won't
operate it and maintain it and all that.
Yeah, but then they won't be on the hook for. I don't know. I'm sure that'll be. I would hope that would be part of the math that they go into cleanup and so on. That if it's Shell or Exxon or whoever the fuck spills, that it's their money that goes into fixing it. But I doubt it. I always doubt it. The people always pick up the check at the end.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh man, what a bummer. I can turn this around into some positive news.
Let's do it.
Recently in Whistler, they had, I think it was an Olympic trial or an Olympic practice for bobsledding. So the next year they have the Olympics in Italy, the Winter Olympics. Or not next year, like in 2 months.
Yeah, it's in February or end of January.
It's very close. Yeah, it's very close. But if you're a fan of the film Cool Runnings, you will know Jamaica has a bobsled team. So the Jamaican bobsled team was in Whistler this past week, or I think it was November 25th. So yeah, 5 days ago. And they won gold, or they came first in this trial or this practice. They beat Canada and they came first. So the Jamaican bobsled team is going to be hot this year. Oh, yeah, cool. Dude, they're going to be hot this year, man.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Come on, everybody. It's bobsled time.
It's bobsled time. Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So yeah, a little more of a positive spin since we were getting pretty intense there.
That's fair. It's the 100th episode, man. And I think that's a perfect way to tie it off and ask you, what do you got coming up for the holiday period? Speaking of Whistler.
Yeah, holiday periods. Today is First Advent. Sarah's family and I, we are going to celebrate First Advent, and then we have Christmas Eve celebrations, I guess. On Christmas Eve, we have a Christmas Day thing with our parents, and then I think that's all the Christmassy holiday related things. Sarah and I went to Coquitlam Lake the other day for the lights around the lake. That was pretty fun.
Cool.
Never done that, but also like huge traffic jam. People love Christmas lights, dude. They love it. So we were stuck in traffic just getting to the place. But yeah, that's about it. What about you guys? What about your holiday season?
Well, Jenna's away for the majority of it. No, I'm joking. But she is gone until the 13th or something of December. So she's gone for a little while. And then we're not doing anything. We might do something Christmas Eve for orphans. So anybody whose family is not in London or the UK, I have some people over for that. And then I think we are going to... Well, no, I know we're going to go up to the Lake District for a few days between Christmas and New Year's. And then have New Year's in Manchester and New Year's Day in Manchester. So pretty easy breezy, beautiful. Cover girl.
Nice.
Little break. And then back to the doom and gloom of January when it hits.
Yeah. Good times.
You couldn't sound less enthused. Yeah.
I was like, should I say something? I don't know. No, it sounds fun. It sounds cool. You guys are actually like going somewhere because we're just staying home the whole time, basically.
Yeah.
We're just staying home. We might be, Sarah and I might come to Portugal, Spain next September.
Sick.
Hike the Camino.
Sick.
And that's about the next big thing we've got planned. So between now and then, we're just staying home.
Right on.
We're just staying home. Yeah.
Right on. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah. No, I think that's That's pretty good spot to end it. So I'll thank mostly the 4 or 5 people who've listened to every single one of 100 episodes. Thank you for being here, and thank you, Tim. Well, because actually, if we think about it, you and I have done episodes separately, so neither of us has hit 100 episodes. Maybe
That's true. We'd have to. Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I was gonna say go through and listen to all of them. I considered like, oh, we should do like a mashup of like the best moments, but I was like, you know how much audio that is? That's like 100 hours of audio.
It's 100 hours of audio. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm good.
It's brutal.
I started doing it it's probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. I started listening to all of our episodes for that purpose.
Oh yeah,
and I think I got to like 15, episode 15. It was like, that's enough.
There's just not enough time in the day, man.
No. And it's because you have to pay attention too. It's not like something, a podcast I can just put on and walk to work. Like I have to pay attention. What's the funniest bits? And then, write down the timestamp and make sure what is that funny bit about. And it's a bit of extra. So suffice to say, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I used to do, when I worked in radio, I was actively trying to do blooper reels. So while I was recording, I'd put little markers on the audio because we record with Adobe Audition. You can put a marker where the recording is, and that would help me go back and see, oh, that was a blooper, and then I'd save it almost immediately into like a special folder. Because if you didn't, like, trying to go back through all that old audio and find it, it's crazy. Like, so much to sift through. So unless you're like intentional about it, difficult to do. Really difficult.
It's not happening.
It's
not happening.
Exactly.
But no, I think it's been a great ride. We'll keep doing it as much as we can, physically want to. 100 episodes is quite cool. When I tell people I have a podcast, they're like, "Whoa, that's so cool! You must be like super famous." We're not super famous.
Not at all. There's a lot of podcasts out there that just have no reach.
Hundreds and hundreds of podcasts that have no reach. So thanks for coming and listening to ours. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk
100 episodes, 100 more. 100 episodes.
When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I drove, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's growing over you. But I would walk
100 episodes, 100 more. 100 episodes. Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Great outro.